Alright, so this is what I've been working on for the last few months. Instead of steampunk stuff, this is a real mechanical device. This is an MRI compatible traction device that I made for Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. What it is a person who's been in a horrific accident needs to be in traction. They need to be in, they've injured their neck, and they need to have tension applied to their neck so that their vertebrae can heal properly. But they still want to be able to put them into the MRI machine, so they need to be able to apply the traction force to them while they're laying on the MRI table, so that's what this is for. Pretty simple, really. The person will have their traction. They'll be essentially attached to this point by a little cord. There's a spring in the cavity in there. Hard to see. There's the end of it. So when you pull on this, it deflects that, and you can see a little force gauge readout on that. That part's pretty simple. That's basically like a fish scale. Of course, it has to be MRI compatible, and it's got to be pretty strong. So what you do is you turn this nut back here, and it pulls the whole thing along. And when you have a person attached over here, they'll pull against that, and you'll get your tension that way. The other tricky thing is this whole base part, because it has to fit inside a little cavity at the end of the table of a Siemens, I believe it's a Siemens Prisma MRI machine. So it has to have all this fancy shape, these little locking, these little tabs here to lock it into the table, and then the main part is this. When you pull back this handle, this plate lifts up, and when it's dropped down into the cavity of the table, this drops down and it locks it against this plate down here, so it can't then pull out when you apply your force. So pretty simple. Of course, it's been a lot of work. When you pull it up, by the way, the little areas of red are exposed on the arms so that you know when it's locked. So if it were to stop right there, you know you weren't locked in. You got to push it down further. So anyway, that's that.